So you almost created your own opportunities at the beginning.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I built it to attract more. So if I'm going to do nothing about it and just wait for one day to somebody call me and say, would you like to speak at an event, it most likely will not happen because
Right.
people don't believe me in the first place.
Right. Hey guys, Roberto here. I'm here in Kuala Lumpur and I've got Lisa Parker, who is the CEO for SC Beauty Network. We were discussing earlier today about her plans for the SC Academy, the Spendless Academy, which is going to be featuring a whole host of seminars by various CEOs and so on, and something that I might participate in, so that was very exciting. But the fact that I managed to get her here, I really wanted to kind of pin her down for a quick couple of questions. In terms of how she's built her network on LinkedIn, which is huge. She's really exploded over the last year and a half. So how she did that and some of the challenges that she faced. So thank you for joining me here, Lisa.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So at the beginning, when you started out in the last year and a half, you really came from, as far as LinkedIn is concerned, nowhere, to suddenly having this massive following, right? You're constantly putting out a lot of great content on business-related topics, startups, personal branding, and so on. And you built a lot of credibility in that time. But at the beginning, it must have been a struggle because a lot of people may have been thinking, like, who is this girl? What gives her the right to be talking about these topics? Why should we believe her, and so on? So could you share with us, what were some of the challenges that you faced at the beginning?
So in the beginning, when I put out content, which I believe would be relevant to most people always question the person writing the content. So when you don't have enough credibility or testimony or people who would say some great things about you, chances are your content is not really as appreciated as you want to, because people question the expertise of the person writing it. So in my case, of course, I started our business many years ago, and before LinkedIn, I was already on Facebook, which is my sort of testing ground for social media platform.
Right.
So, and I started to put out content to realize what people want. And when I was starting to be questioned of my credibility of who I am, where I come from, what makes you think you know everything that you're talking about, or it's just a copy and paste, is this plagiarism, is this you're taking for some books just because you want credibility? And then I start to be more participating offline to build credibility, because I need relevant people, maybe a university or a organizer of an event, business conference, to give me the accolades that I deserve.
Right.
So when it comes to building credibility, I start with being present in events. So when I have a chance to talk to a particular audience, when people invited me, when you get invited to events, people already assume that you're somebody, you have some sort of information.
Sure.
So I started to build my own events, okay? So
how did you start out? So what was that beginning, those first kind of events that you did?
So it was a motherhood event. We were talking about mothers starting a business from home, which is what I'm most familiar with, because I started as a stay-home mother starting a business at home.
Right.
But I already worked out that I need to be doing my own events, so I get attracted to be speaking at other events. So I did that, gathered a couple of mothers, we took some great photos together, me talking in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And that becomes part of my social media assets, to let people know that I am able to speak in front of an audience, and people are willing to come and listen to my speech. And from then on, it attracts me to many other organizers that's doing business conferences starting to invite me. And I know that if I want to go out there and speak to an audience, I also need to be even more knowledgeable than I am in my particular area. So I was doing a lot of study as well at the back to improve my business. Go out there. So my point is, when there's an opportunity for you to be present outside, not just online, offline as well, use that asset, collect it, gather it, and then use it as a testimony or a social media asset to boost your branding even further. When people realize that, wait a minute, she's speaking at events, and then she's talking at universities, and then she's developing business at the same time. She's writing business articles based on what she already know and learned. And all that cohesively combined becomes part of your branding, more than just what you write for that day at that time.
Right. So it's absolutely. So it's very much about. So you almost created your own opportunities at the beginning.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I built it to attract more. So if I'm going to do nothing about it and just wait for one day to somebody call me and say, would you like to speak at an event, it most likely will not happen, because people don't believe me in the first place.
Right.